Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am back. Today I have a video response for Doug over at Decon's Cardboard. Doug wants us to show a 1. And this is just a video response. Oh, sorry about my table. This is a video response for a situation that he recently went through with a 1933 Gaudi Hack Wilson card that he bought. Um, he did a two-part video series kind of detailing his experience with this purchase. I don't want to totally ruin the outcome if you haven't watched the video, but it was very informative, something that I was definitely appreciative that he did that video for because, I've had 3 purchases, I think, that have had to go through the eBay authentication. Thankfully, everything has been okay with it, but his was definitely kind of a situation where that kind of goes wrong, if you will. And thankfully, it sounds like things worked out okay for him. But very eye-opening experience and educational experience for me to watch and hear and learn from his story. So he wants us to show a 1. I only have one in my collection. I don't want to say been a grade snob, but I don't know. I guess I've kind of just been a grade snob. I don't know. I haven't really shopped for pre-war. I should clarify that because I know I would have ones if I bought a lot of this old, really old vintage stuff. A lot of the vintage that have purchased in the past has mostly been, for the most part, basically late 60s and newer. So nothing that's like super over the top to get in a 3, 4, 5 or something like that. So, but I did get a 1 in October, and this is a 1.5, so it's not like a true 1. But he said this would work for the purpose of the VR. This is a 1954 Topps Jackie Robinson that I got down in Arizona, and I love this card. Um, it has a lot of things going for it that, for me, I like. I like that the centering on it is pretty good. A lot of times you'll see these 54 Topps and they are off-centered left to right, and this is pretty well centered, which for me is kind of a big thing. Like, I'm a big um, centering guy for the most part. That's kind of my pet peeve. I like centering. Off-centered cards they just kind of bug me a little bit. I'm not like, I have some and I'll buy them, but if I can get a centered one, that's what I want. The other thing with this that I liked is that it was a pretty clean front, that it didn't have really any snow on the card, which I've seen on other examples where there will be a lot of snow on the front of the card that just really takes away from the visual appeal of the card. And so this looked really good, and because of the grade, I could afford it and get it in my collection. So I'm happy to get this. It is a 1.5 because there is a little crease that just kind of comes up through the signature a little bit. And all in all, it is a beautiful card. I love it. I'm happy to have it. And that's one that I have to get in the 1.5 to afford to get in my collection. So I'm happy with it. And, I think watching Doug's videos, watching Shane over at Shoebox Legends and his videos, and other people who've done these VRs, there are some good looking ones out there. And I definitely anticipate getting more 1s in my collection for some of these cards. If I can find a nice eye appeal, good looking copy of a card that I otherwise couldn't afford, I'm gonna pick them up. I think I want to get some of these, and I definitely want to start getting some more pre-war stuff. So anyway, this is the one that I have. I only have one. It's not a true 1 because it's a 1.5, but that's what I wanted to show. So I appreciate it. Doug, thank you for sharing your story. I know that, that situation just would have grated at me. I'm sure that wasn't easy. I know that you were saying that there were some people that had made snarky comments when you shared your story. So thank you for putting it out there, because I do think it was informative and educational to learn and to see what happened in your situation. So I am appreciative of that, because it's definitely not easy to put yourself out there, especially when you collect and you fancy yourself to be knowledgeable about these things. And this is a situation that I think could have happened to any of us. So thanks for sharing your story, Doug. I really appreciate it, and putting that out there, because I know, from speaking from my perspective, I learned a lot, and it was really helpful for me as a collector moving forward. So that is all I got. This is my one and only one, but stay tuned. I'm sure I will have more ones coming up now. So hope everybody's having a great weekend. Glad it is finally the weekend, and we will see you on the next video.